Hey guys, so I'm going to be reacting to a video called Resident Evil LARPers Have Reached a New Low by Bixto. I think that's how you say his name, or Bixto. Sorry. Okay, right. Let's go. What did that say? TikTok RE4 fans when you tell them to actually play the games. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay.
Oh man, another video about talking about Resident Evil fans, man. Why do I keep doing this to myself? At this point, it might as well just be a full humiliation ritual, dude. Now,
So what does that say?
doing this to myself. At this point, it might as well just be a full humiliation
Suffering. Okay.
ritual, dude. Now, I made a video about like the whole LARPing situation with Resident Evil. I basically said it, right, that most of the fans that portray themselves as fans aren't really fans. They're just people that watch like YouTube playthroughs.
Yeah, they don't play the games.
But right, my main intention with that video, right, was basically to spread the awareness of the disease that is, ironically enough, the Resident Evil LARPer virus. So ever since they announced that Resident Evil Veronica was just being announced, I've been seeing some of the worst comments out of anything Resident Evil. Okay,
Let me see what he has to say, or the comments he's gonna highlight, and then I'll give my take.
I don't know if they're gonna surpass the ones that I covered from that one video, right? But they might as well be onto something because
Just fixing my chair.
oh boy, there are already dudes getting mad because Leon is not gonna be in the.
Well, actually, Leon might be in the game just because in the OG, Claire messages him like via email or something like that, to contact Chris, which plot hole. Yeah, he might be in the game. They might give him a cutscene. We might see his RE2 remake version of him back again, which would be cool.
Leon, oh,
But that's how you can tell that a lot of these people have not played the games. Leon.
my Rule 34 king,
Oh gosh.
Leon.
Oh gosh.
He's not gonna be
Oh no.
in this remake, man.
Oh no.
How could they? I feel like Resident Evil fans are slowly just becoming like the Sonic fans.
Oh no. Jump
Of,
scare.
like, the Resident
Jump
Evil
scare.
community.
Ew. Oh. Rebuke it in Jesus' name. Rebuke it in Jesus'
I
name.
want
Good
to look
Lord.
at some of the worst takes that are coming from all social media platforms regarding the announcement of the Resident Evil Veronica remake, and let's just take a look at them because because guys, believe it or not, this game is gonna birth a whole new wave of Claire simps, Claire LARPers.
No.
Oh, people are gonna switch up on Chris too.
I love the Silent Hill sound effect, by the way. Yeah, this is yeah, this oh gosh. Why aren't we getting new fans for the gameplay? Come on, guys, focus on the gameplay. The gameplay. Okay?
I don't know, for some reason people hate on Chris too.
People who hate on Chris, I don't understand. But then again, it just shows that there's a lot of people who haven't played 1, who haven't played Code Veronica. You know, like it just shows. Ugh. Of course.
Please let Leon appear for a little while. I want him to meet Claire, even if just for a short time.
Right, with this, we don't know if this person has paid Code Veronica or not. Because if they have, they might be implying that, oh, can we get Leon physically in the game, like via a cutscene or something like that, or via a voice note, like an audio, like a call, just something, you know. If they haven't played the game and they're saying this, then I'm very concerned because it means they don't realize that he was in the OG. Good Lord. Okay.
It's actually real, man. It's actually real. You guys think we're just over exaggerating with Resident Evil fans not playing the games, but oh my guys, not every game about Resident Evil needs to have the main man Leon Kennedy. Okay, not every game revolves around him. Okay, I don't know, for some reason. People's idea of Resident Evil is just Leon Kennedy, Leon Kennedy, Rule 34 drugs.
Holy cringe, holy cringe, holy cringe.
Leon Kennedy with cat ears, Leon Kennedy, I don't know, twerking, I don't know.
Holy cringe.
Resident Evil might as well just not be named Resident Evil, Biohazard, whatever. It should just be called Leon Kennedy, the game.
No. Hell no.
You know, this remake is not.
Hell no. I'm telling you, Jill Valentine is the most disrespected character. Jill Valentine, man. Imagine it being the lady who started it. Who started it all. And just being sidelined. That's crazy. Chris not being... Obviously, I don't want Chris to be sidelined. But Chris being, like, prominent still in the series, but Jill just being an afterthought. Irrelevant. It's crazy to me.
Not a sequel to Requiem. This happened before Requiem, bro. We hope there is a Leon.
I don't know if English is this person's first language, but God bless them. Yeah, no. Leon, like, have you not played the original, sir? Have you not played the original Code Veronica?
What did Leon Kennedy do to get all these people on the hype train? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
I feel like people overhype Leon too much. I'm telling you, if he didn't look the way he did, people wouldn't hype him up that much. Point blank, period. Okay?
Like, I'm actually curious. And also, can we just get the dude a break? He just had Resident Evil 9, bro. He just had.
You know who needs a break? Chris Redfield. Since 5, he's been in every mainline game, bro. Come on.
Resident Evil 9, okay?
And he's mentioned in almost every game.
I want every game to have Leon, okay? Like, come on, let's get some other characters up in there too. Let's get Rebecca Chambers.
Yes.
Jill Valentine.
Period. Oh, someone put respect on Jill Valentine's name, as he should.
And let's go get some other characters in here.
Barry Burton. Who else? Billy Cohen. Josh Stone, Sheva Alomar. Like, come on. Parker Luciani. What happened with Jessica and O'Brien? What happened to the guy in Revelations 1 who was like the boss? I forgot his name now. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. Where, like, get these obscure characters. Come on.
Why does it always have to be about Leon?
Exactly. It's because he sells really well. No, it's not good. No. Because Requiem, I don't think Requiem was on PS4. So no.
PS4 version.
Let's not laugh.
You are a sad, strange little man.
Wow.
Hopefully ain't a single player.
Okay, this is... Again, maybe English isn't their first language and maybe, like, they meant something else. I don't know. Trying to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Wait, you're commenting on a Resident Evil post? Yeah, you're saying that it hopes it's not single player. What? Please don't tell me this guy was a Resident Evil operations.
I mean, you like what you like, innit? Like some other people have said, like Bach Basuk the streamer, there's a Resident Evil game for everyone. There's at least one game in the franchise for every type of player.
Raccoon City player, bro. Copy and paste the game. I can understand why some people would.
Yeah, in a sense of, like, if you watch the trailer and when the older French lady opens the door, you see the colouring of the interior of the building and it's like, it's giving Road to a Chronic Care Center.
Trying to make this argument, right? There's also a comment on here that says, Capcom is stuck in a slop age.
It's not that it's slop, it's that it's not, in my opinion, some of the RE Engine games aren't that great and are overhyped. Village, I love Village, but it's not great. It's not very good, actually. 7, the first 2/3 of the game are really great, and then it goes kind of downhill. 9, I really like the first half of the game, but the second half, like Raccoon City, does not compare to things like RE4, OG or remake. It doesn't compare to like Resident Evil 1 remake. Like it's just yeah. I wouldn't say it's slop because it's better than a lot of things that come out today, but let me put it this way: people are hyping up mid. There's like mid music, mid games, mid movies because there's not a lot of great things out that are coming out today. The stuff that is somewhat good or passable is being overhyped. A lot of this music that comes out today, a lot of the video games that come out today, a lot of the movies do not compare to the goated movies from like the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, and going back. Okay, but it is what it is, you know.
It's pretty depressing.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think like modern Resident Evil games are all slop. There are some slop elements, but I don't think it's all just slop. It's a lot better than other things that are coming out today.
So a lot of people are just having the
Is that drawing meant to be Chris Redfield? This one here.
argument, right? That we're getting a lot of
I
Resident
like the treasure box thing. It's cute. Like Oculus Rift or VR or something. I've wanted to try VR, but I never got one, and I don't know if I'd be too scared. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get one.
Evil content, all right? And
What
people
did you say?
the argument, right? That we're getting a lot of Resident Evil content, all right? And people
Well, in my opinion, it's not of great quality again because the story of these games are just not very strong, especially 8 and 9. It's not very strong in my opinion. And the gameplay I 7 and 8 specifically as well, the replay value is not really there. It's just not. It's really not. 9 is somewhat debatable when it comes to replay value. I I really love the first half and I can play it over and over again. But as soon as I get to Raccoon City, I'm just over it. I'm just over it. The on rails bike section is a perfect example of Requiem's replay value not being great and how people are kind of hypocritical when it comes to Requiem and RE6 because RE6 has more content and more gameplay than Requiem, and Requiem is heavily inspired by some of RE6's stuff like the on rail sections, but people praise Requiem and not 6. And I just find it very hypocritical. I know 6 has its issues, but I would rather play 6 just because there's more content and like there's like I find the story more interesting. There's a lot more there. I think I'm getting my money's worth when I play RE6 because there's so much content and story, if that makes sense. And there's more playable characters. But yeah, to each their own.
think that Capcom is giving us too much. And me personally, I think that they're just giving us the right amount. Now, I can understand why some people would think it'd just be a copy and paste of like the previous games, right? But this is Resident Evil.
Yeah, when it's not a copy and paste actually, it's anything but. The best remake in the franchise is Resident Evil Remake because not only is it a copy and paste, but it's a copy and upgrade actually. They took the Resident Evil 1 OG, they ported it into like a new engine, and they added the things they wanted to add originally from the original game and gave you even more stuff, like new stuff. And it's great. And it still respects the original game a lot. Yeah?
Evil. I feel like the quality of each game
And with Veronica as well, they're gonna change up a lot, so it's not gonna be copy and paste.
previous games, right? But this is Resident Evil. I feel like the quality of each game dramatically changes every single time. Like you're not playing exactly the same game every time, but you're like playing a different sort of atmosphere for each game. I don't know if it makes sense, right? But like it doesn't really feel really copy and paste because I feel like there's
Well, with the OG games, sometimes I feel like 1, 2, and 3 and Code Veronica felt a little bit copy and pasty just in terms of the fixed camera angles and tank controls. But each one had their own flavor, their own spice, their own vibe.
always something new that they bring into the table.
And 2 remake and 3 remake are quite different as well, despite being very similar and being set in like similar areas.
And you know, some overdo it than others, right? But I don't know, man. Like I feel like people are now trying to drag like Capcom into like this section, right, where people are trying to label like Resident Evil like the 2K equivalent
No, because no, that's not the same thing. No, no,
of like survival horror game.
no, 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 no. I gotta play some of these games. I haven't played. I have Dino Crisis. I have it on emulator. I have Silent Hill. Haunting Ground. No, Haunting Ground. No. What's it called? Clock Tower. Silent Hill 2. I've attempted to play Silent Hill 2 a couple of times, but I either get too scared or I get frustrated. I need to actually sit down and play it. I need to play a lot of these games and like review them. Ill Bleed. Fatal Frame. Fatal Frame's gonna terrify me.
The difference with that, right, is that Capcom actually makes good games, and
Decent. Fine. Competent games.
2K is just actually like the true definition of just copy and pasting your game each and every single
Yeah, do you know what? I don't understand why people buy the same game every year, like FIFA and like 2K. Like I don't understand it. And like maybe Call of Duty. I don't know if Call of Duty comes out every year, but you get what I'm trying to say. I don't understand that. When I used to at my old job, like there was a lot of guys who would play FIFA, and I would ask them, why do you guys like buy the same game every year? And I think they said because they add new players and there's certain updates, but that just seems like a scam to me. Just why can't they just do it as DLC? Like, you know, I don't know. It's not my game, to be fair. Not my kind of game.
year, and people would just buy it no matter what.
Oh my god, Flight. Flight React.
Why they not made Resident Evil for mobile?
Because Resident Evil, the way it's like designed and the graphics is too intense. The best you're gonna get is Steam Deck and Nintendo Switch.
What you mean, man? I think there has been some Resident Evil games that came out
Resident Evil 4.
on some phone. You guys
OG.
remember Resident Evil 4 mobile edition? You know, like the
It
Resident
doesn't look too bad actually.
Evil 4 demake that
Mhm.
they
Yeah, I
had on
saw there's like a PS1 demake that someone was making of Resident Evil 4. Wonder if they finished it.
the iPhone.
Bro, the sound quality of the voice acting, oh my lord. Oh! Oh, the kick. Imagine the kick is lower. That's his Resident Evil 9 kick. That low kick. Oh my god, look. 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 Oh my god, it's literally. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know why I'm shouting. Am I crazy or is that his low kick? Wait, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, it seems, maybe I'm crazy, but it seems like his lower kick that he does in Requiem. Maybe it's just a frame rate issue or something, I don't know.
I tried playing that, and I still cannot get it to work on any single device. I really want to play that one day for a video. Only Capcom can make a cool character design
Yeah, okay.
look boring in the remake.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. She does look a little bland. Like, she just looks like the average young person. There's nothing wrong with that, but like her face really stands out in the OG. Even her outfit, she's really blending in on the right in the remake, and in a sense it's good because obviously she's trying to look for her brother and she's not trying to she's not trying to attract too much attention because, you know, she knows Umbrella and all these like bad people are after her brother and stuff, and probably her. But the OG, I love the denim blue. I love the jacket with the coloring and all the design. It's just great. She does kind of look a little generic, I can't lie, but I still like the outfit. I just wish there was more brightness and on the back of the jacket there was more coloring. But if they're trying to be more grounded with the story, it makes sense that she looks like she's blending in. Okay?
Okay, so they're showing Claire Redfield's original design from Code Veronica, and in the right, it's the new design. I don't really understand why we're complaining about this, okay? This is a remake, okay?
Yeah, but the remake should honor the original, and I hope they just have her original costume as an unlockable outfit or from the get go, so you can play like it, it's the original.
I'm pretty sure it should be expected that they're not going to have the 100% original outfits, okay? I'm pretty sure if you guys played Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake,
They have it though. They do. In Resident Evil 2 remake specifically, you can get the Resident Evil 2 OG models for Claire and Leon. And I've played as those with those costumes. It's really good.
you know that they change a fair bit of clothing for the characters, okay? And it's like, dude, they're complaining about the most minimal thing.
No, but see, you think it's minimal, but for Resident Evil fans, there's a lot of small things that mean a lot. Like for example, Claire's jacket, like the coloring, like the Made in Heaven stuff. Those small things really do mean a lot. Um, Claire with the ponytail. Leon and his '90s haircut, his '90s boy band haircut. You know, um, even like okay, the one-liners, Leon's one-liners in RE4, the bingo line. I don't like that line, but a lot of people do, and I feel like if they removed that, people would have been really upset. They removed other lines too, like the ballistics joke. That did upset a lot of people because I know a lot of people loved that line. So you think small things don't mean much, but they really do. Just small things. Like, that's another example. I'm trying to think. Another really small thing. Okay, Steve. For example, Steve, like from Code Veronica, if he doesn't have the Canadian accent, that might upset some people, just because his Canadian accent was so prominent in the original. You know, Alfred's creepy laughs. If he doesn't have those in the remake, it will upset some people. Okay, Steve and his hair. If his hair isn't like red, he's not a redhead. Like again, that will upset people. Claire's OG outfit not being available in the remake, people will be upset. In Resident Evil 3 remake, Jill's um OG outfit, it's not even her OG outfit, it's shorts, not a skirt. It had to be modded into the game by modders, not by Capcom. It's things like that. It's things like that that seem disrespectful to the OG fans and to people's intelligence. Okay? I hope I worded that correctly. Or I hope I worded it competently.
Of all time. This is why I'm saying like the Resident Evil fans nowadays, they're slowly starting to become like Sonic fans. Because Sonic fans, they used to complain about Sonic's color scheme.
But there's nothing. Okay, I understand sometimes it seems like people are doing the most, and sometimes people are doing the most, but at the same time, it's the small details that matter, you know? It's the small details that matter. Even going back to Claire Redfield, her hair in the OG was like giving reddish brownish vibes. In the remix, her hair is not giving that. Her hair's not giving that. I mean, even in Revelations 2, which was I think her most recent game in entry into the franchise, her hair was giving that reddish brownish vibe, which people know of her. So, I don't know. I hope they fix that. Just balance the colors a bit more. It's kind of like Leon's hair actually. Leon's hair has gone through phases, man. Like in 2 it was like really brown, and then in 4 it's like looking blondish, and then in 6 it's looking blondish again but also brown. Like, it's things like that. And it might seem annoying, but it's just because the people really care and they want consistency with their characters. And that's why one of the reasons why I love Chris so much, because he's very consistent in the way he's characterized. And even when he does get bigger and more muscly or whatever, he's still consistent. He's still like giving soldier vibes. He cares about people. He wants to do the right thing. Leader, alpha vibes, you know? But I can understand how it comes across as annoying.
Sonic's hand shape and Sonic anything at all.
Since the kids who watched first movies on a cringe like this, Konichiwa? Okay. I'm not a Sonic fan, so I can't really comment.
And this just kind of reminds me of that because like this
One is fantastic. Hmm. I I'm guessing the one on the left is perfect design. I, as a mega fan of Resident Evil, I understand where this person is coming from. Changing the eye color, the specific shade of blue, the that slick finish, like, lacking imperfection look. I get where they're coming from, I do, but I think nostalgia can play a part. But sometimes nostalgia, like, there's nothing wrong with being nostalgic, because it's like a lot of the people who are nostalgic for stuff are the whole reason why you're getting remakes and stuff or new iterations and stuff, because there was a market and a fan base for the original product. So without them, you wouldn't be getting a remake as well. But I understand how it can come across as like, oh, you're doing too much, or like you're just, nitpicking or whatever. But if you're a fan and you really care about it, you're gonna have things that you're passionate about that may seem small to others but are really big to you.
Person, I don't know. To me, it just looks like they're just complaining that Claire's pants are not blue.
Yeah, they should be denim, but hopefully they are the alternative costume is that in the remake.
And it's just more darker. Listen, you can call me enjoyer of slob, but I actually kind of like the remake design.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing necessarily wrong with it. It's just that it's lacking the color and the whole "let me live" and uh the brightness of the Queen reference, right?
think she
She looks fine. I think her nose kind of throws me off for some reason, because it's not giving like the OG version is giving. Something about it, I don't know. Speaking of noses, I saw something the other day of that actor Chad Michael Murray, and I think he had an accident or something and had to get like a nose job, and it completely changed his face, in a good way, of course. But it's like I couldn't recognize him from his old photos of like his old nose. So the nose is like the most important part of the face, 100%. But yeah, I think she looks alright.
looks pretty
I just hope her hair color goes a bit more reddish brown.
good. I think Claire looks actually pretty good.
It's fine.
And listen, and this is not me saying that the original is bad by any means.
Yeah, like
I actually really like Claire's design and the OG as well. But now,
I hope they do what they did with Resident Evil 2 remake and make this model, like this whole model, like available in the remake.
and I don't really feel like it's too boring.
Claire.
Like, yes, it does feel like a little bit modernized, right?
It is boring. I'm sorry, it's just black and then one like red jacket. But again, like I said, it might be for story reasons. She's trying to blend in, not attract too much attention, but still let you know I'm Claire. I'm the girl that wears red. Point blank. Period.
But still, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, right?
Oh, is that Hulk? Good Lord, fix it, Jesus.
Because obviously there are still going to be some Claire Sims in the comments, absolutely
Yeah.
thirsting over her. Okay, like I think Capcom won in that department. Don't you think so?
It's just-
No, Leon.
This person's probably trolling. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, this game is trash. What did Leon Kennedy do?
Everybody's favorite technique, the thing that drives us all insane, but we know we have to do. It's time to talk about glazing.
Okay, that was funny.
I'm starting to be convinced, right, that Leon Kennedy was just like he was just pondering around an orb, right, and he was just doing like a magic spell, right? It's just like every Resident Evil game has to resemble around me, and also all of my fans
I mean, revolve around you, but yeah.
have to cry about me not being in future Resident Evil game.
And it's crazy that he's literally probably gonna be in this remake because he's referenced in the original. Claire contacts him. You just don't hear him, but
Man, like, look, I like Leon, but does he need to be in every
No.
single game?
no.
So we just have to keep in mind this as well. This is not a new game. This is a remake of an already existing game. So even if
More people need to mention that he was in this game already.
they were to add Leon as an actual character who appears in this game, it really wouldn't make sense. You know what's actually sad about this too is that there are people who genuinely think that this new remake is an actual new game.
That's sad. That is so sad. And that's Capcom's fault, in my opinion, because just having it on like consoles and stuff like that, but not like promoting it as much. Like, come on, come on, you gotta promote it like you promote the other games. Put it on modern platforms. Put it on PC. Promote it, promote it, promote it. You know, remaster it. Come on.
I just saw this today
2027.
where somebody was trying to compare the ages of Leon and Claire, right? And they had Claire as age 44.
What? Oh no.
Which,
Oh no.
by the way,
No. These people haven't played Revelations 2. They haven't watched any of the CGI films. Good lord.
hey, it
Leon's face card has never declined.
takes place around 3 months after Resident Evil 2. Okay,
Yeah, so she's still 19.
she should not be really,
Exactly.
really that old.
Thank you.
Finally, Code Veronica fans are gonna play this game for the first time.
This is so sad. This is so sad. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. No, honestly, like they need to. I know it was they made Code Veronica on like Dreamcast hardware and PlayStation 2 hardware, but come on, if you can get Dino Crisis on PC and like modern platforms, you can get Code Veronica on modern platforms. Okay.
You know what? This is true. This one is not really.
This is
stupid, alright?
sad.
I know a few people who are really excited about this remake that I know they have never.
This
played
is so sad. Oh my lord, this is sad.
the original. Okay, I'm not gonna call out any names, but I'm just saying.
This is
Some
heartbreaking.
people like have a huge problem with it. Like, oh, you should not play the remake. You should play the OG.
Play the OG first, then play the remake, or play the remake, then play the OG. They're both important.
But I feel like there are some positives to it, right? Where like you can probably get fine with just playing the remake first, and then you can play the OG, you know, to actually compare,
Either
and then
or,
you can
yeah.
actually see like, oh, which one did I like better? Like I was always debating with myself, right, about whether or not Resident Evil 2 remake or Resident Evil 2 the OG, you know, which version did I like? And
You can like both.
eventually I just kind of settled that I actually just liked the original more because it just felt more arcadey and it
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
felt way more simple.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard from a lot of RE fans that RE2 is a comfort game. It's a comfort game. It's simple. It's just like you know what you're doing. It's like, you know, you have the zombies like Lickers, whatever, Mr. X, whatever, you know, William Birkin, and the puzzles. It's just a vibe, okay? A real comfort game. Yeah.
I don't know. That was just me. Claire is weak.
Claire is weak. You mean the same night to God? That's a who says she's weak?
You mean the same 19-year-old college student that survived Raccoon City on her own while carrying a child? She was pregnant in RE2.
Okay, yeah, some of these people are trolls.
Okay.
Not Thanos. Not Thanos.
Okay, that one was just silly, okay? That one was just silly, okay? You better not change that one line.
They better not.
You know what it is. Oh boy, I mean that one line
Say
where
it.
Claire says,
Let you escape now.
I got to.
Alfred, you cross-dressing freak.
yeah,
I think she's right. I don't care. I don't think it's transphobic. She's right. Alfred tried to kill her and Steve, her love interest, I guess, multiple times. If someone is trying to kill you, you have all rights to cuss them however you want. Because literally, remember, it's Alfred's domain. That whole Rockford Island was Alfred's domain. And he had the upper hand. He had a rifle. He had all these, you know, traps and everything. He could have obliterated her like that. When it comes to my morals, one of my morals is if someone is trying to kill you, you can say whatever you want to them. That is it. It's not right what you're saying or whatever, even if it's not right, but you have all rights because that person is trying to end your life. And ending someone's life is infinitely worse than someone saying something bad to you.
honestly, with the remake, I don't think they will be including that line in there. It would be really funny. It's just
Honestly, the question is, it's not, I never found it funny. It's not really funny. She's just she's talking her talk. She's chatting back to someone who's trying to kill her. It's not even about being funny. I know some people find it funny, but to me, it's not about funniness. It's about her defending herself and sticking it to Alfred, because he was trying to kill her. And I don't think people are realizing this. I don't think people really, people aren't really locked into the story and locked into dialogue. I think people are just focused on like the gameplay and like the silliness of it all. People don't really people it's face value. It's face value. People aren't really reading between the lines and understanding what's really going on, in my opinion.
Currently, not one of those times in gaming where you could literally do that.
I mean, you could, but it's just like, it's just people are afraid of controversy.
I'd be surprised if they were to.
I think they should, because some people say it'll bring negative press, but negative attention, in my opinion, is what's the phrase? Negative press is still good press, or I can't remember. There's a phrase. It's like all. Oh, bad publicity is good publicity. Like all publicity is good or bad, if that makes sense. Like as long as people are talking about you, it's good. Free publicity. I don't know. Okay.
Included, but no.
It was supposed to be Resident Evil 5 remake.
No.
Teary eye emoji.
No.
See, this is the main problem, right? People think that Code Veronica was like this side game. This game directly continues after Resident Evil 2.
Exactly.
Resident Evil 3 was just kind of like it was a game that was kind of set in between Resident Evil 2 and kind of after it. Well, Code Veronica is not a side game, okay? I don't know why some people really thought like
It's because they didn't number it. For some reason, people think if the game isn't numbered, it's not a main game, which is so strange to me. Really and truly, Code Veronica is Resident Evil 4. It is Resident Evil 4, you know?
oh, we got it.
And someone was saying, I was watching a few people that break down the trailers, the teaser trailer for Veronica, and people were saying how it's like, I think it was Residents of Evil actually, maybe. They were saying how the V, like REV, it's like Resident Evil 5 in the sense of it's the 5th remake in the series. Because you got RE1 remake, got RE2 remake, RE3 remake, RE4 remake, and now Code Veronica V, or V rather, Resident Evil V, Veronica.
Again, Resident Evil 5 remake. And personally, you can't have Resident Evil 5 remake without Code
Exactly.
Veronica remake, which is why I'm still kind of glad.
Exactly, like come on, there's a lot of people that don't know what's going on in like Veronica, don't know what's going on like with Wesker, barely understand him, like barely like know much about him if you've only played like RE4 remake or just the
That-
remakes.
That
And when I say the remakes, I don't even include Resident Evil 1 because a lot of people haven't played Resident Evil 1 because of the tank controls. Ah.
Code Veronica got a remake. At Capcom official, you need to ban DEI right now.
With DEI and ESG, where is that in this game?
And I hope Chinese and Korean take all Resident Evil IP to restore fan service.
Where's the DEI and ESG in this game specifically? I would like people to point examples of me just so I can review for myself. I know China's been making some cool games like the Black Myth Wukong. There's a guy, what's his name? Jetro, YouTuber I watch. He was playing that and I saw some of it and it looked really cool. There's a lot of games like from China I heard that are cool. There's Crimson Desert, but I've heard mixed things on that. Yeah, there's quite a few games from China that look interesting. And Korea, like Stellar Blade? Yeah. And just all over the world. Like it's cool. I love seeing video games be produced by many different countries. I wish all countries would make video games, and like, we share that, with each other.
Gays and hashtag boycott
Male gays, what?
to restore fan service
and male gays.
I understand in the sense of like, some gamers, specifically male gamers, want the women to look extremely like just perfect, like the face card just never declining, like the body is like T, and Claire's fine. Face card doesn't decline. Her waist is snatched. Like, let's be real, she doesn't look like chubby or fat. Like, I don't know why people would be complaining about this. Resident Evil's never really had an issue with body type for me. Like, I don't. Well, obviously in RE3 remake you had Jill's outfit debacle, which I didn't like. I feel like the lack of fan service with her OG outfit and the skirt being turned into her shorts was like, no. How have I turned a 13-minute video into a 40-minute video? Good lord.
And hashtag boycott Capcom.
There's a few reasons why I understand people want to boycott Capcom. There's like, I've watched some videos, people complaining about their whole issues with modding and just certain other things. But people are gonna boycott if they're gonna boycott. People do what they want. You know, is what it is.
Hashtag stop censoring.
No, but they do censor stuff. It's the truth. It's Capcom does censor stuff. They censor modders sometimes. They in a lot of the what was it? The gore. In Requiem they've brought back a lot of gore. But even in Japan they censor like stuff like in Biohazard in Resident Evil 7, they censored stuff. They censored the violence. They should stop censoring this stuff. I know there's different laws over there in Japan, but it's the truth. Like yeah, they censor some outfits. Like even in RE4 remake, Ashley's skirt, it's like they've like stapled it together into some like short thing, like a shorts thing. A skort? They call it a skort? I can't remember. A skort, something like that. They are censoring stuff. Like if you actually look for it and like watch people's videos, it's the truth. They are doing that.
Okay, so in this tweet, right, he's linking that change.org petition. If you're getting really mad about maybe a character not looking the way you want it to, right?
You can mod it, but again, like Capcom is a bit strange when it comes to mods.
Right, then I think you got too much free time on your hands, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, you guys, honestly, this has been some of the worst comments I've ever...
Some of them have been the worst comments, and then others have just been like, you know, you're a super fan, a mega fan, I get it. I might not agree fully, or I might agree fully, or I might disagree, but I get it.
Read. They're not as worse as the ones that I covered from that other previous video, right? But this just goes to show you, right, that no matter how long this franchise keeps going, as Resident Evil keeps going, there's always going to be people who will try to be a part of this popular thing because it's simply popular.
Yeah, that's what frustrates me so much. But again, you could argue this is how classic fans feel. Classic fans are upset because the fixed camera, tank control stuff, like, they miss that. They are the ones who started the franchise, who started the fan base, and they're just paid dust. They're left in the dust, you know? Capcom can afford to make fixed camera angle games, even like short little DLCs. Just throw a bone to those people, you know?
And they feel like they need to be included in the conversation.
They
If you come
don't, they
across
don't.
these profiles, don't send harassment to these people
Yeah,
at all. They just simply aren't as informed like us because we actually tend to
Well, I mean, again, like, some of these people, English might not be their first language. Some of these people might genuinely be passionate fans who've just worded themselves not coherently or not competently. And some of these people have genuine concern. And there also are some crazy people who are just like, what are you talking about? But there's nuance in everything.
the games from time to time instead of just going on YouTube. Like, listen, at this point, dog, like, if Resident Evil fans are not gonna play the games, and maybe they're just maybe they're too broke to even afford the games.
No, that's the thing. Like, if you can't afford the games, I understand 100%. Like, I respect you still. Like, if you still like to engage with it in whatever way, whether that's just watching people play, or maybe going to a friend's house and playing, or whatever it is. But you need to, like, if you're going to talk about Resident Evil, you need to have played quite a few of the games.
And the only game that they might have is Left 4 Dead 2. You can install a mod that basically reenacts the entirety of Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 as Left 4 Dead campaigns. And for some reason, it's actually like 90% faithful to the
That's
source material.
crazy.
Let me think for a sec. Well, no.
Chris, Leon.
But yeah, anyways, you guys, that's just gonna wrap it up for today. Have yourselves a damn good one, and
You too.
peace out, y'all.
Peace out. Okay, that was great. Thank you, Bixto. Thank you very much. I appreciate your video. I didn't agree with everything, but that's the beauty of reactions. You know, you give your own opinion and stuff like that. Everyone subscribe to him. Okay, so, yep. Please subscribe to me if you would like to. Like, hype, share, comment, all that fun stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys in the comments. Goodbye. God bless you and goodbye.